Hello, here's Aikale. I'm here today to just pop in for a quick chat. I got hit up this week for some unique requests for help, and at the same time, I had some things that I've been working on that I needed help with as well. And it got me thinking about when we find ourselves dealing with something where we're trying to get movement and we may be even struggling. What do we do? Do we do it ourselves or do we reach out for help and maybe tap the expertise of a professional? So got me thinking about that. And I just thought I'd comment on looking at it through the lens and context of, let's say, the three main areas of life, let's say our health, our relationships, and our finances. I like to look at those as like maybe like a lifestyle trinity of like these are like the main areas where if you're doing well in these areas, life and quality of life tends to go pretty well. If you're feeling pretty good with your health, you have flourishing and growing relationships, and your finances are in order, that's like pretty much a recipe for happiness, right? And then at the same time, on the flip side, if you're struggling with your health, let's say you have weight loss goals you haven't kind of achieved, or you're dealing with a particular health challenge. I've even spoken to people that are in relationships that they're unhappy, and days turn into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. And it's like you're resigned to just live at this level of unhappiness in some of your relationships. And then finances, I don't even have to throw that in, where if you're feeling disappointed or stuck in your financial progress, things just all around don't feel as good. So what I come to find out is that there are like two camps. So let's say you start out with 10 people. What I've found is usually one out of those 10 have just given up. For some reason, they've lost hope, whether it's been dealing with a challenge for a prolonged period of time, and they just feel like nothing's going to happen to change, and they just kind of throw in the towel. And then let's say the other 9, they have tried and tried, but they haven't yet thrown in the towel, and they still have something in them that knows things can turn around, but they just haven't found that faucet turn where things just start going in the right direction. So for that one person who feels like they've given up, what I can offer you is this. One, why not you? Why can't you experience happiness as well in those 3 main areas of living? Why not you? I would challenge you to ask yourself that, and as well, look at it as a timeout as opposed to just forfeiting the game, right? Sometimes, yes, we can get exhausted. Sometimes things can wear on us so much so that we don't feel like we have anything left. But one way we can kind of deal with that is at least just frame it as, okay, I'm not giving up, I'm just taking a timeout. And a timeout at least keeps the intention that you intend to come back, and when you get your strength up, you can get back to it. So after let's say if you're on a timeout, that's where you are right now. Now, if you happen to be, let's say, one of the other 9 who are in it, but you're just not seeing the progress you want, should you continue, let's say, to try to do it on yourself or reach out for help? And the answer that I've found that works best is do both. It's always going to be good for you to be resourceful and take control of your circumstances. And that can be done by reading books, accessing courses, tuning into videos like this to just get some tools for you to start working on or continue working on the things that are being challenging. You want to show up and show that, you know what, you are committed to a resolution if it's that important, and you're going to do what it takes to find out how to do it. So starting out doing things yourself is a natural place to start. Understanding that, as well as knowing that doing it yourself usually always ends up having a ceiling. There's but so much you can read, and a lot of the times I find out it ends up being theoretical and doesn't take place in action a lot of the times. Like if we end up being caught out immersing ourselves in reading about something that we're trying to fix, it's not the same as tapping out and reaching out to a professional. So what I would say is this: if you find yourself in the beginning stages or middle stages of working on a problem and you've made some progress, but you're not getting the full results of what you're looking for, then it's probably time for you to tap professional help. When you tap the help of a professional, guess what? You can get the nuance. You can get the things that you're not going to be able to glean from reading a book or watching, let's say, a video, or even taking a self-guided course. Having mentorship, having someone to encourage you. And the best part about tapping a professional help is you get accountability. You get encouragement. If you happen to have negative self-talk about, bad ideas popping up in your mind, let's say being negative about, oh, you think you can't do it, or that self-doubt that tends to creep up a lot. When you're tapping a professional's help, they can kind of help you just stay grounded and help you to fend off those bad negative thoughts that can really sabotage your progress. As opposed to when you're working alone, sometimes it's hard to keep yourself in check with those things. So getting the encouragement, support, accountability, and of course, usually it accelerates your progress. So where your progress before might have been slower to see results and get outcomes, when you tap the help of a professional, as well as pair that with all of the work you've done on your own, it's just a recipe for really boosting your progress. So at the end of the day, getting in the game, realizing that the keystone areas of living, your health, relationships, your finances, when you fix those things, everything else just ends up being better. So realizing that, yes, you want to show up yourself to fix your problems, but then this is the best time ever in the history of the world to connect with people that can help you. So you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do it in isolation. You can really just tap and leverage the help of people who have probably been through the same challenge you've been through, overcome the same challenge you've been through, help other people overcome the same challenge you've been through, and get you the results much quicker than you would if you just did it all on your own. So with that time, you want to think about that as a final and closing up. Time is our most valuable asset. We can't get the time back. So how many, if you're looking, let's say, at the next half of your life, how many days will you allow to get eaten up by the problems that are unresolved? The sooner you fix them, the sooner you'll have better days to enjoy and really get the best out of your quality of life. So with that, good luck on resolution for all of any challenges that are presenting themselves. And just know you don't have to do it alone. Thanks, and until next time.